Hello and welcome to today's lesson. Today we'll be going over some introductory material that you will likely be learning on your very first piano lesson, including a few basic notes on the staff. I just want to say that there is free sheet music for this tutorial, which you can find through the link in the description box down below. In our sheet music, we're going to find notes that are in the basic C position. This is the position that just about all method books start with. So first we need to locate the correct C on our piano. The piano we're looking at today is 61 keys. This is the size of a standard keyboard. If you have 88 keys, you can still find these notes in the same position. To find our very first note, middle C, we're going to be looking for a group of two black notes together. And the letter C happens just to the left of those two black notes. The C that we need is called middle C. So on a 61 keyboard, it is slightly lower than the middle, but is the C closest to the middle, whereas on a 88 key piano, it will be a little bit more directly in the middle of the actual keyboard. With this note, we're going to want to place our right hand thumb on middle C. And with our right hand thumb on middle C, the second finger will play D. The third finger is on E. The fourth finger on F, and the fifth finger on G. You'll see that the note middle C on the staff is one line below the staff, whereas the letter D is a space note just slightly between that line and the first line of the staff. The letter E is the first line of the staff, the letter F is the first space in the staff, and the letter G the second line. In this next example, we're just going to have notes C, D, and E, C being the one with a little extra line, D being in the space, and E being the first line. The next note is C, another C, D, E, C. We don't have to be too concerned about the rhythm just yet, although we will get to the rhythm in this lesson. Let's move on to the next line. The next line has a combination of more notes. The very first note we have is E, the note on the first line. We'll play this with our third finger, which is the middle finger. And it goes up to F, G, C, E, F, G, and finally C. Moving along to the next line, we're going to see some notes that look slightly different. They're filled in. These notes are meant to be played faster, but for right now, we're just going to play all the notes slowly. These notes, notice they go up and down in order. We have C, which is the very first note here on the little extra line, but then you'll notice the notes will alternate, being line notes and space notes. E is a line note, F is a space note, G is a line note. Now, when they alternate lines and spaces like this, often they are going up in order. So we're not skipping over any letters. They're just going to go C, D, E, F, G, and then they're going to go back down in order to C. And here we have four of the same note, four C's at the end. So here we have C, D, E, F, G, F, E, D, C, 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 C. Let's move along to the next line. Here we have a different combination of all five notes. G, F, G, E, F, E, F, D, E, D, E, C. And for our final line of just learning notes, C, G, F, E, D, F, E, D, C, E, G, E, C, E, C, C. On our second page, we're going to focus a little bit more on rhythms. In our first line, you'll see that we just have the 5 basic notes, C, D, E, F, G, but each of them is a note that it looks just like a circle with no stem attached. This type of note is called a whole note, and a whole note lasts for 4 beats. So as I play each one of these notes, I want to count to the number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In our following line, these notes look a little bit different because not only do they have that round part to the note that is open, but there is a stem attached to the note. This type of note is called a half note. And a half note gets a total of 2 beats. So each of these would be 2 beats long, or 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then our third basic note is going to be the quarter note. And the quarter note gets a total of 1 beat each. For right now, when we count these, we're going to be counting them just with the number 1, and pretty soon we're going to get into how to officially count in 4 beats a measure. So quarter notes get 1 beat apiece. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. They're also the fastest of each of these types of notes. When we get into this next one here, I'm going to explain a little bit more about how to count in 4. In fact, a lot of times in music, you're going to see what we call a time signature over here in the left-hand corner. It happens only at the very beginning of the piece, indicating what time signature that we're in. Most of the time, it's going to be 4/4, which means we count 4 beats in a measure. In our very first measure, we have quarter notes. They all get 1 beat each, but there's a total of 4 of them. So the first one's on beat 1, the second one is on beat 2, the third one is on beat 3, and the fourth one on beat 4. At that point, we have a bar line, and we start counting all over again. So in the next measure, we should also have 4 beats. C gets 1 beat, so we'll give it number 1. D gets 1 beat, so we'll give it number 2. And now E gets 2 beats. So it starts on beat 3, but we're going to also hold it while we count out beat 4. Then we have a bar line again. They all get 1 each. And then our next bar line, and they get 2 each. Beats 1 and 2 for the letter E, and beats 3 and 4 for the letter C. First time through, I'm just going to play the notes and say the letters, but the second time through, I'm going to count the rhythm while I play the notes. C, D, E, D, C, D, E, E, F, G, F, E, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Moving on to the next line, I'm going to go ahead just to play through the melody once while saying the letter names, and then second time through counting out the rhythm. E, F, G, F, E, F, G, F, E, E, D, D, C, C, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are almost done. Let's do one more line with a mixed rhythm. I'll write the rhythm in for this one. Our first note gets 2 beats, so C is going to hold down for 2. Our following 2 notes get 1 each. And let me fill in the rest of these, and we'll go ahead and play. C, C, D, E, E, F, G, G, E, C, C. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you enjoyed this lesson and this type of content, especially the beginner series, please give me a thumbs up on this video and let me know down in the comments below what you would like to learn as our next lesson. Although I think we're going to be learning a little bit of left hand and some intervals. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and check me out for lesson number 2.